to talk about Camila Cabello, one of the singers from the group Fifth Harmony. She's a solo star now. She was basically busted for earlier tweets she had like years ago in 2015. She's a 22-year-old pop star of Latin descent. I did a video about Gina Rodriguez saying the N-word, and the thing about it is, I don't know. I feel like there is some kind of comfortability with Latin people saying the N-word. I know it doesn't bother me as much as white people saying the N-word, Nigger, but it's problematic when other races do say it, Nigga. That's a term of endearment that black people use towards each other. Some people don't use it at all that are African American. Some people do as a term of endearment. I use it, try to use it less as possible, but I still use it around my own people. I'm fascinated with color because it's stupid. You were born the color that you are, and it doesn't have that much power to make people want to take your rights, your opportunities away, your voice away, your life away. It's so stupid. The idea that someone could say the N-word and go on about their day without the consequences of it. It's in the music. It's they might blame the music and say, hey, I heard it on radio. I heard it on an album that I was listening to on Apple Music. But when it comes down to it, the N-word is a sensitive word for a lot of people, especially if the Nigger, that you know where that stems from. That's just a big word that you should not say. But the Nigga, you need to be careful saying it if you're another race. If you're in your car, I wonder how is it to sing a song and they say the N-word and you bleep yourself. Like, the thing about it is, there needs to be mandates overall artistically on the word if you don't want the main people that's buying the music to say it, or leave it out of the music. I mean, it's plenty of other words. I'm a writer. There's plenty of words that you can use, but the cachet is using the N-word in a lot of rap songs. But that doesn't make it okay to spread it and tweet it. Because when you tweet it, you're stamping it in time. So let's say she was, 5 years early. She was like 17, 18. She was basically almost an adult. And she's tweeting something in response to somebody else tweeting her. And she's comfortable doing that. And she had to be in the group Fifth Harmony at that point with Normani, because they've been a group. There was a group for at least 5 years. And I know they were on X Factor like when it was 14 or 15. So even her having a bandmate. Think about Normani. She's been bullied by Camila Cabello's fans because they want them to go head to head and put the two women against each other. But, you know, Camila Cabello, I don't know if I'm saying her last name right, but she apologized for these tweets. And she said she's learned a lot and, you know, she's older now and whatnot. But anything you put out there on the internet is subject to be found out and dug up. And you have the right to explain or not to explain. Her being 22 and a pop star with hit songs, she almost has to explain, but she should want to explain her state of mind. But just know that some people are not going to give a fuck about her state of mind. It's right or wrong. It's acceptable, unacceptable. You can be black friendly and love the black culture, but will you love to be black? Will you love the experience of the injustices of being black. I don't know. She's a fair-skinned Latin girl. So it might be different as well for her, as far as how she feels connected to even her people, because there's a lot of darker skinned Hispanics in the world, and they're treated differently than she would be treated as well, because she's more close to white looking. I don't know if that made her feel comfortable tweeting this tweet, but it's really dicey. It's something that they have to think about. I would love to interview a Hispanic person that have said it. I've seen a lot of them say it, and I kind of stop and be like, wait, you're not black, but then I'm nicer to them about it. I'm not thinking that there is a problem, even though the first time I was actually called a nigger was, and that was the Nigger, was, and I'm going to tell this story to the day I die. I was 6 years old playing with a neighbor that was Mexican. He was Mexican, his grandmother was Mexican, and family was Mexican. We lived in nice houses in a nice neighborhood. I used to go over there and play Mario and all of these things, but the grandmother had a problem with me and she called me a nigger. I didn't know what that was, and I was 6. I didn't know I was black until that moment. That changed my life. It really did. I'm fascinated a lot with racial things or racial topics. I look for it. I'm always receptive to hear it, because some people try to get over on you and act like it's not about race. Some people are comfortable and they say certain things around you, and they don't expect people to call them out on it. But I'm kind of like the racial police. So I'm always bringing up race. I see it everywhere. But I'm adaptable. You know, I have white friends. I have black friends. I can see it on both sides, but I won't allow my white friends to say the N-word. And when they try to say it, even if they're talking about somebody else saying it, I stop them. I kind of check them. And there's different levels to this. It's based off of your tolerance level. Some people might not accept it at all, but being 6 years old, being called a nigger, and I didn't know what that was, asking my mother, what is a nigger, and finding out I was black because of my skin color. That's not a good way to find out anything. So you let me know. My name is Darrell. I have a book called talking about race and racial topics, The Brown Paper Bag Boys and the Colorism Experiment. The book is available right now. It just became available now on the paperback platform, so you can get a paperback book. You can get the ebook on all platforms. Apple, Nook, is there still Nook? iBook, Barnes & Noble, Amazon Kindle, all of that is available. If you're local to the Crenshaw Mall, go to Malik Books. Malik Books is on the second floor next to Macy's. My books will be in their store. Both of my books, the Scare of the Light series that I have, plus the Brown Paper Bag Boys and the Colorism Experiment. Go to my website, scaretheLight.com. We'll talk more about it. What do you guys think of Camila Cabello? Saying her name wrong again. What do you think about her saying the N-word in a tweet years ago? She's only 22. She's still a baby still. She's a child still. She's just a legal child right now. I don't know. Doesn't matter that she learned her lessons. People grow and learn, but this would be held over her head. Should she walk with it and just explain it every time? Or she should just make her statement like she did. You can read it for yourself. And let me know what you think about it. Remember to subscribe. I'm going to have contests coming up as promotions for my book. What else? Okay. Well, I'll talk to you later. Peace. Go to scaretheLight.com. I'm going to have more updates on there. That's just lets you know what I have. on sale right now. And it also has links to my site on Stats. Oh, anyway, that's another tag. You're tagged in shit you ain't even know about. You don't know why you tag. Why are you tagging me? All right, anyway, I'll talk to you later. Peace.